came in here not knowing anyone.
Yeah, that's true actually.
What?
That's an
You
interesting.
kind of knew someone.
Yeah, Nick. But I couldn't.
Like, you not knowing anyone? Who am I?
Because you, like, everyone's gunning for you, so like, well, there goes that friendship. Bye! We're gonna play jury statements. I'm gonna read you 2 statements made by different members of the jury, and you're gonna tell me which one they actually made. So one is a statement that a jury member did make, or let's not say jury member, the person voted out did make. The other is something I made up. First one. Jenna said, the best part of the day was A, winning HOH twice, B, everything. I loved it. Flip 'em. The correct answer is B. You all get a point. So everyone take a chip. Whoever has the most points at the end of 10 questions will win the final HOH. Lindsay and Dave said, if I could change one thing, I would, or we would, A, smoke more weed, B, bring more vodka. Flip. You all said B, you're all correct. Jonathan said, if I played again, I would, A, be more aggressive with talking to HOHs, B, join a team. Teams are good. Right, and Flip. You all got it right again. It's A. Lyle said that she was most surprised by A, Jenna's ability to talk herself out of any situation, B, how much having psychiatrist parents would help me in the game. And Flip. You're all right again. Wow. Carrie said, the reason I lost was A, I focus more on being entertaining in the diary room than making strong alliances, or B, everyone is untrustworthy. And Flip. B, you got it right. Everyone got it right. Glenn said she was most betrayed by A, Pete, B, Ryan, and Flip. Ryan is correct. It was Pete. Ryan, take a chip. Nick said the best part of the day was A, Parker and Steve getting into it, B, saving myself the first few rounds. Okay, and Flip. The correct answer is A, Derek. Take a point. Corey said if he played again, he would A, be meaner, being nice didn't work. B, find out who didn't know anyone and work with them. Okay, and Flip. Correct answer is A, Derek. Take a chip. 2 more questions. Ryan said he felt most betrayed by A, Greg, B, Stacy, and Flip. The correct answer is A, Greg. You 2 take chips. All right, this is the last question. What are our chip totals right now?
7. 7.
7, 7.
I have 6.
Jenna said she was most surprised by A, Glenn not bringing me to finals, B, Derek turning against me at the last second. And Flip. The correct answer is A, Ryan.
Yes! Yes!
Hey guys, it's the final ceremony, so just plead your case as to why I should take you.
Oh, hey, Mom. Oh, you talked to Ryan's mom. Yeah, I'm here right now. Yeah, we're about to talk. Cool. I'll talk to you.
Is this a 4-way?
Okay, well, I think based on the reaction of the jury, congratulations, I think you're going to win regardless, which I'm happy for. And I would love to sit next to you since our original Keys Alliance from the very beginning would be super exciting. So I hope this is next to you.
I echo those thoughts about the final jury, but that said, I think that between Derek and myself, I think you have a better shot, to be honest, against me, because I have been HOH a lot more. I have put a lot of people out of the game, whereas Derek has really only been HOH for like the last few rounds, and it's been our kind of core alliance. So there's a lot of people from early in the game who are not going to be happy, to vote for me. So just keep that in mind.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm here. So this is the only HOH I've won. This has been thrilling. I vote. I'll just keep this quick. I vote to evict. Sorry.
So I am in third place. I played a hard game, and I think I made a lot of great strategic decisions the whole time. And I really think that the final three of us were the three best players in this game from the very beginning. Granted, I've had final two agreements with both Derek and Ryan since very early on, but it seems that I got wind of it, but it seems like Ryan had multiple final two agreements, and so did Derek. It's my first time ever playing in a Big Brother game, and I have a confession to make, which I didn't tell anybody early on. I actually own a business where I run these games for other people. It's called Reality Rush, realityrush.com. We run Survivor, Big Brother, The Amazing Race, and The Mole, and several other games for like corporate team building events and private parties and things like that. And I kept that a secret from everyone in the game because I thought it would be a disadvantage. These are amazing, and if you ever get a chance to play one, absolutely sign up. They're the best. I think that both Derek and Ryan are very deserving to win the game. I would vote for either of them in a heartbeat, and I'm excited to see who wins. Good luck, guys. I think that had Derek won, I would be in the final two. And that's what I'm going to ask him about for my final jury question.
Would you have taken me?
No.
Okay.
I was going to 100% until you won that last veto, and everybody was like,
Congratulations to the final two, Derek and Ryan.
thank you, man.
I will now welcome in the members of the jury. All right, jury, come on in. Nick, Jonathan, the lone wolf, Adam, the first coach out of the game, Lindsay and Dave, our great couple, Jenna, such a star, such a player, Parker, our devoted coach, Glenn, rock star player, Pete, made it almost to the end, not quite. And then could I have Stacy and Steve come up here?
And Steve.
Stacy,
You did so good. You did so good.
one Steve. All right. Just to quickly say something about Stacy and Steve here. The two of them have made it to the end of these games multiple times, and they've never won. One of them is about to hold up yet another time not winning. The other one is about to get their first win through someone else, but it's a win is a win. So who is going to come out on top? I'm very interested, but I'm even more interested to find out who's going to win between Derek and Ryan. Instead of you two giving opening statements, Steve and Stacy are going to give opening statements for you. The jury then will come and can either give a question or a statement to one or both of the players. They'll respond if you want them to, and then they'll each give a closing statement, and we will vote for a winner.
You go first. Ladies first, by all means. I insist. I'm Stacy. I'll go first.
I won.
Congratulations to Ryan and to Derek and to Stacy. And I think today was really a lot of fun. I think across the board, I think we can all agree on that. The only thing I want to say about me is I don't want someone to not vote for Derek because you thought, oh, you don't like me, or you thought that I was pushing things or anything like that. Derek got here because Derek is a fantastic player. It's a misnomer if you think, oh, just because Derek and two teammates were three of the final four, that then Ryan was the underdog. Ryan was not an underdog this entire game. There was an alliance that Ryan started that had a bunch of people in it, and he ran that game. He and Jenna ran, so he was in charge. Derek made deals with everybody. Derek won when he had to. Derek had more wins than Ryan did. Derek is not a GOAT. Derek earned his place here. And I just want you all to really keep an open mind, listen to what they have to say, and think about like, I don't know, like Derek worked really hard, and I don't know, I just really care very much. I care very much about Derek. That's what I have to say is like, don't misremember the facts. I love you. I hope you win.
It's been awesome and so much fun to be a part of all day, and all you guys. Ryan did absolutely all the work. I'm lucky enough to know him, and I was lucky enough to win the drawing and choose him first. And I think you all know from your experience of getting to know him today that it's totally awesome. I just think you deserve everything, and you deserve to be here. So congratulations.
Thanks, Stacey.
Nick?
I'm so excited I get to open this one up. This is great. Guys, you know, I think you guys both really did your spot like in this game. I do also want to congratulate Glenn, Keith, and Jenna as well. I think you guys were all truthfully really like strong players, and you guys did earn your spots. I think the jury can tell you that I did complain that I wanted to see a little more in the end, but I can say that I kind of got that satiated. I got to see the moves that I wanted to see near the end. My question for both of you, because I like people who own up to their moves in this game, like these kinds of games. I don't like people who try to play cute. So I want you to not only say for just me, but for at least try to think of one thing on this jury for each jury member where you lied to them or lied by omission, like you knew a detail that affected their game that you didn't let them in on.
Coming into this, my thing was play a little naive and fun and quirky, and try to be friends with everybody, but play under the radar, and surround myself with people who are bigger threats than myself, and set myself up in a place where no matter what happens, I'm not the target, I'm not the person voted out. So if you heard me say I want to work with you, that was a genuine statement, but my true alliance was first with Ryan, second with the Window Alliance, which was with Jenna, third alliance was with my team, which I got put with, and beyond that, I just wanted to keep all of them as long as I could. So I lied to all of you when I said I want to work with you in the sense of I never promised a final two or anything. I wanted you to think that I was on your team so that when our team was in danger or I was in danger, you would have my back. And I would have your back as long as I could until I couldn't any longer.
Hey guys. So it's like it's too big of a game to like go through, but like I can say this same thing if I was like, I'm working with you, I genuinely meant it. My biggest thing, I think, to answer the question is every single one of you, I did stick my neck out to keep you until I literally could not. And there was certain moves and situations that were out of my personal control that I tried to finagle. Like specifically, I was working with you, Jonathan, for a while, and I wanted you to be in. Then Greg got shifty and pulled you and was talking to you and Pete, and I was like, and so it's just like things like that. So
Jonathan, if you could step forward.
All right. I will say congratulations to both of you. We worked together really greatly. I thought we had each other's backs, but we got put up, and it was fine. I get it. I thought coming in that this jury is all going to be voting for Ryan, and it was just to get against Steve, and I'm not about that. So I was like wondering, the last move you had right now was to bring Derek, who I thought was one of the better players as well. I thought Pete was a GOAT. Why did you choose, in this last move of the game that's going to be in everyone's memory, to take Derek, who I think played a better game than Pete, versus someone who you would win against unanimously?
Because I think there's a little bit of nobility in that. To pick someone who I literally from the beginning was like, we're going to wheel and deal, and we like fucking did it. Mm-hmm. And none of them would have picked me to go. So it was like, okay, my last choice, like obviously I could take Pete, which would I think makes it a little more, because he's so closely tied to Steve. And like I promised him, I've been working with him since the beginning. Like, and so that just seemed like the noble choice to do.
Adam?
Hello. As a coach, I don't think this is our game to play. There was one coach who was more involved than any other, and some hung back. So I'd like you two as players to explain how that either positively and negatively, or how you got to it on your own, how much you relied on the coach.
Yeah. Having Steve as a coach was great, but it also put a big target on our team because a lot of people were against us because of that. So a lot of times I was trying to make deals and alliances with all the other teams, which is why it worked out so great with me and Ryan and Jenna, because we were all on different teams. We were all able to watch each other's back as long as we could. A lot of times I was making deals and going and letting Steve know, like, hey, FYI, everyone's saying the girls have an alliance. So Jonathan and I have talked, and Jonathan's trying to go against the girls. And we pulled in Ryan at that point to work with the 3 girls, which I let Glenn know because Glenn was also like my other right-hand man the whole time. I never lied to you. I always told you. Bottom line is, I worked on my own. There was definitely things that we disagreed on, and I made my own decisions.
Steve was on the bottom from the beginning, by the way. So
I figured so, but he needed to know what was going on with us so that he didn't say the wrong thing. I
What's that,
guess. Figured he was, which is why I felt like I had to work. I felt like I had to work extra hard to build the alliances to keep our team safe.
Mine was super opposite of that. I think we all relied on our coaches a little bit in the beginning because there was so many of us here. And then there came a point in time when Stacey and I had a conversation. I realized our 2 trajectories were not aligned. And then I had to withhold information from her, which I actively did, and I apologize.
No problem. You were like, I got this.
Yeah.
Sit back.
And so that was difficult because that was in that time that I realized what she wants me to do and what I need to do to get here were 2 very different things, and I played a very individual game this whole game.
David and Lindsay, S04.
I have a question for Derek. You said that your ride or die was Ryan, who was our teammate, and you also lied to us like everyone else and said you were working with us at the very beginning, but you had a hand in pretty much every time we were up, or you could have saved us, or whatever. Why, if your number 1 was Ryan, our teammate, did you not ever put a neck out for us, because we would have also had your back?
That round that I nominated you that you didn't go home, I knew you were safe because of the way we were working together, and also we knew that our alliance wasn't going to vote for you. So that was all true. The reason I had to vote you out was because I was trying to position myself in between 2 alliances. So I had my alliance with Ryan and Jenna, our windowsill alliance, which had my back and would not vote for me. And then I had my alliance with Glenn and with Pete, who would not vote for me. So in a final 6 situation, I knew that you guys were more loyal to Ryan than me. I could be wrong, but that was my gut. My goal going into the final 6 was position myself between 2 alliances where no matter who wins, I'm safe.
Should we vote for you if he was running your game? Because I had no clue. So should we really be voting for you, or is he better?
No, he ran my game.
So we should
No.
vote for Derek.
Yeah. What should I say? Okay, cool. Just plain and simple, he did not run my game at all. I
Okay.
made every choice.
But you brought him with you.
I did.
You brought him with you.
Yeah, we worked together.
And he was against us. And you were with us.
Yeah, but at the same time, you guys were gone for a section of the game. And that game, you were not with me. You did not have my back because you were out. So I had to
we
form.
weren't with you, though.
No. I know, but I'm saying you're out of the game at this point. So I had to be like, okay, who can I band together to keep me to get here?
This was later on in the game.
Correct.
Where you got with Derek. It was later on. It wasn't in the beginning.
Well, me and Derek were working together since the beginning, but we were all in teams, and you guys weren't going home. We weren't going home. That's literally what he said. You guys were never on the radar of like people we wanted to get out.
Jenna?
All right, my boys. My sweet windowsill boys.
Aww.
You guys are wonderful. What the fuck? I guess I loved the game you guys played. I do think I made a lot of the decisions for the alliance that we OG had, the 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like I low key made every decision for 3 rounds. So I do feel like I deserve credit for that. But I'm kind of stoned, sorry. And I'm forgetting what I'm saying. But I think you guys played fucking awesome games. I think you're proving some incredible points right now. I really like what you're saying, because I think a lot of people kind of come into the last round like, oh, this is who I'm going to vote for. And then they're like, wait, fuck, these games are so intense. These are so